Day dedicated to recognizing significant contributions to our institution through the Elon Medallion ceremony. And then we also welcome faculty leadership as they assume endowed chairs. And it's a testament of the great promise of philanthropy and the power of teaching, scholarship, and mentoring. If you are new to Elon, could you please stand so that we could welcome you to the university, to your first opening day? Not all schools have a week like we have as we welcome our new colleagues to campus and provide further professional development and orientations. And it's all in preparation before the class. The class of 2028 arrives on Friday, and then we culminate their arrival with convocation on Saturday. Elon is an institution that values tradition and thrives on innovation, challenging our own status quo. And we also hold a deep fundamental belief that institutional change can be a powerful catalyst for creating the better world that we all seek. This fall marks an important anniversary of institutional transformation at Elon. 30 years ago, in 1994, the Elon community opened the academic year with the launch of a new core curriculum that redesigned the student experience and elevated engaged and experiential learning as a means of putting values into action. On the screen, you see photos from throughout the 1994 academic year. In his 1994 opening day address, then President Fred Young told the Elon community, "You have successfully completed a monumental task by revising the entire curriculum," acknowledging that many had invested countless hours rethinking what they taught, how they taught, and redesigning student support to meet the demands of this new and exciting curriculum. Practically speaking, the university shifted from a 3-credit-hour curriculum to a 4-credit-hour, calling that 4th hour the engaged hour. The university introduced the experiential learning requirement and launched Elon 101. Back then, faculty and staff shared their belief that this new active learning curriculum would produce a more self-confident student, ultimately transforming not only their future, but the future of the university and world as well. In fact, what better way to demonstrate this than in the words of those on campus in 1994? Let's watch this short video.
Spirit. The spirit of Elon would be the magic word, because you just catch it. You just do.
It's a place where anything can happen. We're allowed to do that.
We've got the right history, the right physical location, the right facilities, the right potential, and the right people.
If I were going to describe Elon in one word, perfect. That'd probably be it.
I wanted to be at a place where students were the first priority. I wanted to be at a place where I could teach and have fun in the classroom and get people excited about learning.
Elon is very special in its relationship between faculty and students because the classroom, first of all, is a warm, friendly classroom.
One of the things that makes this place so interesting is the fact that we can be absolutely creative as we want to be in the classroom.
There's a real effort at Elon to create a complete person, someone who's going to go out and be able to contribute in the world.
So it's not just an education for learning about the world, it is an education for learning how to change the world.
They're learning to make choices, to do that critical thinking thinking so that when they go out into the real world activity becomes very comfortable for them.
You find your own niche at Elon College. It's a place where we nurture that idea. What do you have to offer? And we match that with our own energies, our faculty, our students, our staff. It's a place where people can grow in a community.
All those years were just like magic, and when I talk to anybody that's getting ready to go to school anywhere, but especially at Elon, I tell them they were the most wonderful years that I could ever imagine.
Remarkably, in 1994, Elon was described in much the same way as it is today. An institution where students are actively engaged both inside and outside the classroom, immersed in cutting-edge experiential opportunities, and empowered to shape their future from day one. What remains constant is that all of this grounded in a transformational environment where people and relationships are at the heart of Elon. One simple data point, one among many, that illustrates the transformation since 1994 is a bar graph mapping our 4-year graduation rate over the last 30 years. This graph represents thousands of successful students whose lives have been enriched by your commitment to student success. And Elon, as an institution, has evolved along with them. As a side note, former President Fred Young's granddaughter will join us as a member of the class of 2028 this year, benefiting from the work set in motion 3 decades ago. When you see this bar chart, I hope you recognize yourself in the powerful work we do leading institutional change in each of our roles at the university. Elon University enjoys national recognition for the vital work we do transforming students' lives. This work is captured in our strategic plan, Boldly Elon, a 10-year plan that builds on the important lessons we've learned over the last 30 years, striving to achieve continued excellence and advance our institution through deepened commitments. We also embrace the mindset and action of more deliberately sharing our model of higher education across the nation. During a time when the value of higher education is being questioned, and when the work we do to support every community member and the richness of the differences they bring to our campus, that should be met with unwavering support through their educational journey. Now, more than ever, we need to be bold in our efforts to support student success. We need to be confident that Elon's mission is crucial, that the work we do does change lives, and that we will continue to press forward with excellence in higher education. Boldly Elon is at the midpoint. The strategic planning committee that worked with the community to build the Boldly Elon plan recognized the importance of checking in at the 5-year mark to ask ourselves, how are we doing? Are we on course? Are there areas where we need to pivot and where we should double down? The sessions following this event are designed to engage your observations and questions on Boldly Elon's progress. We continue to complete goals and make strides on key elements of the plan. Over the last few weeks, as we've prepared for students to return to campus, you've received several communications about aspects of the plan in action and invitations to participate in what the Elon community aims to achieve this coming academic year. I'll highlight just a few elements before inviting campus leaders to share what they are working to achieve and to invite you to conversations immediately following our remarks this morning. You may have seen the call for engagement with Data Nexus. We're working to teach all our students about the power of data data competency, data-informed decision-making, and how data can be used to find solutions in our local communities. Data permeates every discipline we teach and every business operation of the university. Get engaged with data. Last week, I toured the new tinier sustainable houses in the Eco Village, our latest addition to our dynamic living and learning communities. What began as a seed of an idea by faculty and staff just a few years ago is now a tangible place with branches across our campus. I was excited to learn about water reclamation and water heating systems, and that was just one house. I have 5 more to explore. This summer, the energy was palpable as the mentoring design team hosted its first workshop with more than a dozen other institutions engaging in best practices for mentoring and overcoming barriers to establish meaningful relationships. Bold and continued innovation. Bold and continued innovation in learning is evident all around us and in our annual goals. In our annual goals that were sent last week to you, Elon College is launching a new major in neuroscience. Elon Law is welcoming its inaugural class to an innovative Flex Law program in Charlotte. The Love School of Business is launching a minor in cybersecurity management and a graduate certificate in healthcare and analytics. And the Joe Watts Williams School of Education is leveraging newly endowed funds to accelerate community partnerships. The School of Communications hosted a group of emerging high school journalists this summer, many of whom from past years will now arrive as first-year students at Elon. And the School of Health Sciences is opening a new wing to our nursing faculty. Not to mention, we'll soon see the arrival of outdoor pickleball courts near the Francis Center. All of that innovation imagined as part of Boldly Elon. Boldly Elon imagined institutional change strategically evidenced in all of those moments and in dozens of others through the significant contributions you are making for our students. At Elon, we also recognize that even, or perhaps especially, a conversation on the sidewalk can be impactful in advancing the mission. I had one of those conversations last spring with a student I didn't know, who I passed and asked, well, how's it going? And he shared that a faculty member had written 2 questions at the top of his return paper. Where is the wonder? Where is the awe? I was tempted to ask who it was, but I didn't. And this student reflected on how impatient he felt as he was working to find a sense of purpose and to discover his own voice, hoping to better understand himself so that he could engage more deeply during his time here at Elon. So my hope is that in your year, no matter your role at Elon, that you include sidewalk conversations with our students. It will make your day. Operating as a student, faculty, or staff member in this place of self-actualization requires an environment that allows us to thrive. And this is also a centerpiece of the Boldly Elon plan. We are seeking institutional transformation in the well-being space, and later this year, we will see a new facility designed to support a holistic wellness model begin to emerge in the Innovation Quad. We have invited new leadership to help us think about this transformational opportunity, and we have repositioned our Healthy U Council to anchor this effort. I'm confident that this sets the stage for another transformation at the university, and I wonder if in 2054 on opening day, the community will be in awe of the direction that we set in 2024. We are also re-envisioning employment benefits at Elon with a committee working to advance offerings that meet employees where they are. Next spring, we will see a tangible example of this effort with the opening of a new daycare for faculty, staff, and students. Another key area of focus in Healthy U is community and the importance of being connected, whether you're an employee, a staff, a student, and this daycare is symbolic of that. The same is true for institutional success. Connections create opportunities. Last week, we celebrated the completion of our 4th year of Campus Alamance, an innovative internship program funded by the university that placed more than 40 students with nonprofits and businesses across the country. We have clearly advanced community relationships, and it was inspiring to hear students share how much their perspective and confidence had grown by working alongside Alamance County residents to reach goals. The Alamance-Burlington school system recently welcomed several new teachers, former Elon students, who are participating in the innovative Teach for Alamance program. I'm confident that these Joe Watts Williams School of Education graduates, like all of our graduates, will positively impact lives here in Alamance County as teachers. On a national scale, Elon is launching in partnership today with the American Association of Colleges and Universities a first-of-its-kind publication, a student guide to artificial intelligence. You may recall last year's opening day when an artificially generated video of me greeted you, eerily similar to the real me. And since then, the pace of artificial intelligence has only accelerated across the world. We know how critical it will be for this generation of college students to lead on the ethical use of AI. This new primer provides the nuts and bolts of AI and is being distributed free to colleges and universities across the country. Thank you to the Elon members who provided thought leadership on this guide, which will impact thousands of students at Elon and beyond. Fundamentally, relationships drive transformation, and that is why we're so invested in them at Elon. Success is the impact we have on others' lives, which is why the final section of our strategic plan is dedicated to the rise of Elon, to the rise of our simple yet profound mission, that when a community is invested in learning and in each other's success through learning, that is the pinnacle of a meaningful life. Elon's story of transformation and impact is a continuing one, unfolding through the work each of you do every day. Our future and our ability to rise and keep our mission vibrant depend on our ability to tell Elon's story of student impact and transformation in a way that resonates with future students, alumni, and other stakeholders. Consistent messaging is particularly critical in a world of competing narratives. This focused approach, built on a year of gathering feedback from you and our students, will be key to ensuring that Elon's differentiator in the higher education landscape is clear. The university is launching a disciplined approach to telling our story, focusing on these key messages for the future of Elon, emphasizing the impact of engaged and experiential learning from a student's very first day, and the availability of relationships that drive their success, engaged, immersed, and empowered. That's Elon. You can scan the QR code on the screen to learn more about the Elon brand. And finally, as part of this approach, Elon will be launching a new website later this week, which puts the Elon experience at the forefront. Our efforts to recruit students, faculty, and staff or should I say, our efforts to recruit the future of the university. Alongside telling our story to further Elon's rise is the creation of a network of admissions counselors we are building across the nation and here in North Carolina. The network is already yielding results, evident not only in the license plates in our parking lots, but more importantly, in the voices in our community. There's a lot going on, and I'd like now to invite a few more community voices to the podium, colleagues who are working on several critical areas of Boldly Elon this year, to provide you with a snapshot of the work underway and invite you to a deeper conversation immediately following this event. So in closing, please know how grateful I am to each of you for bringing your full self to the important work of actualizing our mission every day. You are changing lives, you are boldly innovating, and you are Elon. Welcome to the beginning of the 2024-2025 academic year. Thank you.